There comes a moment in life when pain unexpectedly knocks on our door, an unavoidable moment when everything you once believed about yourself begins to crumble. It feels as if the ground beneath your feet has vanished, and you find yourself falling into an abyss of uncertainty, emptiness, and confusion. But here is a truth that few are taught. Pain is not your enemy, nor is it a mere coincidence. It is a messenger. Hidden within suffering lies a profound truth, one that has the power to transform your existence forever. Have you ever noticed that the most painful experiences in your life are the ones that have shaped you the most? Take a moment to reflect. Perhaps it was a relationship that ended, a job you lost, or a period of deep solitude that forced you to confront yourself. These experiences, which we often wish to avoid, serve a higher purpose. The Swiss psychologist Carl Jung called this process individuation, a journey inward where we meet our shadows, confront our fears, and ultimately discover our purest and most authentic self. If you are ready to stop being a victim of your suffering and to use it as a tool for transformation, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment below with what comes to mind while listening. Most people, when faced with pain, do everything they can to escape it. They seek refuge in distractions, burying themselves in work, scrolling endlessly through social media, or engaging in anything that numbs their inner discomfort. But Jung revealed something essential. Running from pain only amplifies it. When you ignore the message that suffering is trying to communicate, it returns again and again in different forms like an endless cycle until you choose to listen. Imagine that your pain is a voice emerging from the depths of your unconscious. That voice whispers, "Stop, look within. There is something you need to see, something you have ignored for too long." This is not an easy message to hear, because it forces us to confront the parts of ourselves that we would rather keep hidden. Jung referred to this hidden part as the shadow, and it is here that the true transformative power of pain resides. The shadow consists of everything we have repressed: our fears, desires, insecurities, and unresolved emotions. Asterisk, the more we ignore the shadow, the more power it holds over us. It manifests in our lives as conflicts in relationships, self-sabotaging decisions, or recurring patterns that seem to trap us in the same painful experiences. Have you ever met someone who inexplicably brings out the worst in you? Jung would say that this person is not in your life by accident. They are a mirror reflecting an aspect of your shadow that you need to acknowledge and integrate. It is as if the universe conspires to show you what you have yet to accept within yourself. Here lies a profound truth that can change your life. The pain you experience is not a punishment. It is a call for transformation. It is your unconscious mind guiding you toward deeper self-awareness. When you stop running, when you choose to face your pain and look within, something extraordinary happens. You begin to free yourself. Facing your shadow is not easy. It requires courage because it means admitting that you are not perfect, that you carry wounds, and that there are aspects of yourself that need healing. But it is in this act of bravery that you discover your true strength. Jung once said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." In other words, only when you dare to face your shadow can you truly transform it into light. This process not only liberates you from the weight of pain, but also reconnects you with your authentic self. Because behind every wound and behind every fear lies a hidden gift, one that offers you a deeper understanding of yourself, a renewed perspective on life, and an inner strength you may not have realized you possessed. Many times, pain arises because we are disconnected from our true essence. We become lost in the expectations imposed by society. But the further we drift from our authenticity, the more we feel that inner void. Jung teaches us that the path to wholeness begins the moment we stop seeking external validation and start listening to our inner voice. To hear it, we need silence. We need to pause and detach from the noise of the outside world. Every time you ask yourself, what parts of myself am I repressing? What is this pain trying to teach me? You take a step toward liberation. You begin breaking the invisible chains that bind you to suffering. You open the door to a more authentic existence, because you cannot heal what you are not willing to face. The moment you start confronting your shadow, the pain does not magically disappear, but it loses its grip on you. Instead of feeling like a victim of your circumstances, you begin to see every challenge and every moment of suffering as an opportunity for transformation. Jung described this as an alchemical process, the art of turning the lead of your suffering into the gold of self-discovery. Reflect on your most difficult experiences. Now, can you see how those moments made you stronger, wiser, and more aware? Jung famously said, "He who looks outside dreams. He who looks inside awakens." Real change does not happen outside of you. It happens within. The world outside is merely a reflection of our inner world. If you repeatedly encounter people who hurt you, it is easy to blame them. But what if those people were simply mirrors revealing parts of yourself that you have refused to see? Jung called this projection. We project onto others the things we cannot accept in ourselves. Projection is uncomfortable because it forces us to face our own shadow, yet it is also one of the most powerful tools for self-growth. Every person who enters your life does so for a reason. Some come to teach you love, others to teach you boundaries, and some come to reveal the hidden parts of yourself. Jung believed that nothing happens by chance. The universe is constantly showing you the path to transformation. So when pain knocks at your door, instead of running from it, sit with it. Listen to it. Ask yourself what this experience is trying to show you. When you decide to face your shadows, you free yourself. You begin to live from a place of authenticity. You let go of the need for external validation and finally find peace within yourself. This is the path that Carl Jung described as individuation, the lifelong process of becoming the person you truly are. Darkness is not the end, it is the beginning. It is the fertile ground where your roots can grow deeper and the raw parts of yourself can finally be acknowledged. Only when you embrace your shadow do you begin to shift permanently. You begin to see pain not as an enemy but as a teacher. Every wound becomes a guide leading you to a greater understanding of who you are. This is the essence of Jung's teachings. You cannot reach the light without first passing through the darkness. Jung believed that the goal of life was not to attain perfection, but to find wholeness, embracing every part of yourself, the good and the bad, the light and the shadow. True strength does not come from suppressing your flaws. It comes from accepting them. When you allow yourself to be truly authentic, you begin to attract people and experiences that genuinely resonate with you. You no longer need to chase relationships or pursue things that fail to fulfill you. Jung leaves us with a powerful lesson. Pain does not come to destroy you, but to awaken you. It is a call from your soul, urging you to discover the light that has always been there. Jung famously said, "What you resist persists. What you accept transforms you." The more you suppress your fears and wounds, the more power they have over your life. But the moment you choose to confront them, you reclaim your power. Every recurring pattern is a sign that there is something within you that remains unrecognized or unhealed. Change does not happen outside of you, it happens within. Because once you heal those inner wounds, everything around you starts to shift. Jung called it the self, the center of your being, the core of who you are in your purest and most complete form. The self is not just your personality. It is the essence of your true nature, untouched by fear, doubt, or societal expectations. To reconnect with who you truly are, you must learn to let go. Letting go is an act of profound self-love that requires releasing the beliefs that limit you, the relationships that drain your energy, and the versions of yourself that no longer serve your highest good. This is a courageous step toward transformation. When you let go of what no longer belongs in your life, you create space for something new and better to emerge. Pain, though often feared, carries with it a hidden gift. It offers you the chance to transform. In the end, life is not about avoiding suffering. It is about finding meaning within it. When you shift your perspective in this way, pain ceases to be your enemy and instead becomes your greatest ally. The things that once controlled you lose their power, and you realize that every experience had a purpose. Jung teaches us that life is a continuous process of transformation. It is not about finding absolute answers, but about embracing the journey of growth. Every single day, when you truly commit to this inner work, you become an authentic, strong, and conscious individual. You stop living on autopilot and start making decisions based on your true essence. The right people begin to enter your life, and you finally find the peace you have been searching for. Because true fulfillment is not found outside of you. It has always been within. I invite you to pause for a moment and reflect. Ask yourself, what part of my life am I ready to change? What relationships, fears, or beliefs do I need to let go of? What lessons can I learn from the pain I am experiencing right now? Change does not happen overnight, but it begins with a single decision, the decision to listen to yourself, to face yourself, and to liberate yourself. Carl Jung once said that those who do not look within will never awaken. So today I invite you to wake up. Leave a comment below and tell me what part of this message touched your heart. What change are you willing to make in your life today? Your words will not only help you, but will also inspire others who are reading. And before you leave, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell. Every time you share, comment, or interact with this content, you are helping this message reach more people who need to begin their path of self-discovery. Remember, life is not about avoiding darkness, but about learning to walk through it and discovering your own light in the process. Pain is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Listen to it, face it, and let it guide you toward your transformation. Thank you for being here, for listening, and for being part of this journey. I will see you in the next video.